Welcome back, you lovely people. And these videos are the loveliest to make. Of course, we've had the big breakout today on the large caps, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink, I believe Cardano, XRP, all look big. And of course, that is what we've been calling for on this channel. Looking at Bitcoin, $63,500. We said here that we didn't expect a further breakdown. We said here we didn't expect a further breakdown. And we said over the weekend that we expect our move to a new all-time high to be imminent and to be explosive. And that is just what has happened. And then Ethereum took over, and now Ethereum is up 7%. New all-time high at $2,300 and making new highs as we speak. And in the last few hours, Chainlink is now catching up as well. 5%, 34.76. Of course, Chainlink still has a little bit of work to do to get to the all-time high. And I expect that once Chainlink takes out its all-time high, then that move will be very explosive. And a quick point on Chainlink, just coming back to how many links are being left on exchange. In the last 7 days, another 6 million link have been taken off exchanges. Something happening with Chainlink. Be aware of that. Very, very bullish, of course. So that's all well and good, and everybody is celebrating their gains and their portfolio highs today. And we are always looking to stay one step ahead. So we're going to be focusing on what comes next so we can be prepared. While the market's going down, I'm explaining to you when it's going to turn around. And when the market's going up, I'm going to explain to you when it's going to turn around. So what I'm looking at is the last cycle. I'm going to make this a little bit cleaner. And we're going to go back to 2017 on Bitcoin. Remember, this cycle is following the last cycle very, very closely. So we're using that as our baseline. I believe that we're here. This was mid-May. Remember that the halving was earlier in 2020. So we are working a month or two ahead. And we had this 15% pullback here. This is the 18% pullback that we had most recently in Bitcoin. And at that point, as soon as we take out the all-time high, Bitcoin explodes up to this new local top. And what does that look like? I'm taking from when we took out the new all-time high. At that point, it was $1,892. I'm sure everybody at that point was calling Bitcoin a bubble. And we exploded up to just under $3,000. But that is a 57% increase in about 3 weeks. So if we take those same calculations on where we're at today, and let me go like this. Okay, so as we take out the all-time high, we are looking for 57% increase. Can I fit that in? I can fit that in. That looks something like, I make it 97,000. 3 weeks would be early May. So I put predictions out there, 92,000, 95,000, 97,000. So I'm going to call it 90,000 plus so that we can be conservative and hopefully hit our targets. And we're looking for that to happen very, very rapidly. It wouldn't surprise me if that aligns quite nicely with the Q1 company results and some big companies announcing that they've invested billions of dollars into Bitcoin. So that's what we're looking for. Remember, as we're getting close to that level, $80,000, $85,000, $90,000, everybody will be saying that Bitcoin is going to the moon. And what we can do at that point is start positioning ourselves mentally for that next correction, which in the last cycle lasted 5 weeks. So we need to be ready for that. Now, what are altcoins doing during this time? This is coinmarketcap.com/charts. This is the Bitcoin dominance. The orange line is the Bitcoin dominance. If it's going up, Bitcoin is outperforming altcoins. If it goes down, altcoins are outperforming Bitcoin. This is 2017 when Bitcoin dropped off a cliff. That's because altcoins in a bull market outperform Bitcoin. And I'm going to zoom in to this area so that we can see exactly where we are. Okay. And I'm just going to go just back to 2017 and have a look at the dates. And I want to point out in 2017, we reached our local top that we're talking about around the 12th of June. That's what we really care about. That's the next leg up that we have our sights set on. A side note is I am ignoring this. This was a 2-day 30% correction. It may or may not happen. I don't know. I would imagine there was some sort of external factor here, maybe a news headline or something. And whether we get that or not this time, I can't be sure. But we're looking for this next leg up into here, which is 90,000 plus. So that was the 12th of June. And in the Bitcoin dominance, I'm showing you that the Bitcoin dominance, you have to look very closely at the date, but the next bottom for Bitcoin dominance was the 19th of June, so slightly after, but it tallies very nicely with that top that we're looking at. So what that means is as we come into this local top at around $90,000 to $95,000, altcoins we're expecting to outperform Bitcoin on aggregate up until this top. You can see that today with Bitcoin having a massive breakout and Ethereum going bigger, expecting that sort of trend to continue through to the 12th of June. And then as we have our next major correction, this was 38% in Bitcoin, altcoins will have run up a lot and they will be very overheated. And as Bitcoin drops 40%, a lot of the altcoins will drop more, 50, 60, 70%. So be prepared for that, but I expect the gains to be quite strong, to say the least, going into that event. And even today, you know, when you see the likes of XRP, which of course has been running up recently and is up another 22%, you know, it gives us a sign of what is to come over the next couple of weeks. And we are one of the first channels to be preparing ourselves for this mid-cycle, this mid-bull run correction, because we've had, just recently, we had a week of down 15% and people were panicking. So I want you to be ready if we're going to get 5 or 6 weeks and 40% plus. Start preparing. Always be one step ahead of everybody else and the market if possible. That's what we've managed to do so far on this channel. It's been paying off, but we stay humble and focused and keep studying. That's exactly what I'm doing here. And that will make sure that we are correctly positioned, particularly mentally, for what is about to come. Thank you for your support and listening. I really appreciate it. And I will talk to you tomorrow.